it is MissSimReno. If you are returning to the channel, welcome back. And if you are brand new, I am very excited that you decided to join me here today for another speed build. And I am actually building another community lot. I felt as though Willow Creek needed an upgraded gym, so that is what this is. I think I'm calling it Riverbend Fitness or Riverbend Health Club, something like that. So it's kind of more of like an upscale gym in a sense, because there is a sauna in here and there is a little kind of spa nook, so you can get like hand and feet massages or full body massages as well. So it's kind of like a very posh gym, but I wasn't thinking that it was necessarily exclusive to anyone. Obviously you can't set any like membership types or anything for gyms in The Sims 4, so I don't know, I just thought it was a really nice place to kind of go get your fitness on, maybe get a massage or something like that. And it does look very modern. So I've mentioned this before, I don't usually build in a modern style. It's not really my jam. It's not really my thing. I don't feel like I'm really good at it, but for community lots, it seems to come together really easily because at least I feel as though I am terrible with community lots. They're so hard to build. Like the outside structure is the challenge. Inside, I can make it work. Like whatever I'm looking to potentially do, I can find a way to do it, because interiors I feel are kind of my strength compared to the exterior. So a lot of community lots, and I've said this in other builds before, at least like in the US where I live, in New England, like a lot of the community buildings are just squares. They might have a window here and there, but it doesn't look weird if there aren't windows everywhere. But in The Sims, when you have just like a square building sitting there on the lot, it looks so awkward to me. Let me know if I'm kind of like alone in this, or if you guys kind of feel the same way, because that's how I feel about it. It just looks so awkward. So I try to add a ton of windows to this build. I couldn't put any like in the sauna per se, like I could have, but the vibe I was going for was totally lost at that point. And upstairs, like where the bathrooms are, I obviously couldn't put windows like in every single bathroom stall. It would look so weird, especially in the changing room. Like I just could not do it. And there were just portions of this where windows wouldn't fit. And I feel like it looks so awkward on the outside because you see like bundled windows in the front and off to the side, and then you see just like blank brick wall. But that is the nature of the beast, I suppose. And now I'm already on the interior trying to sort out the floor plan. I kind of had an idea going into it as to what I wanted it to look like, and I wanted to make sure I could situate it prior to finishing up the outside, because if I did need to change something, then I would have to redo the whole freaking thing. And I'm not about that life. So here I'm kind of working on the little entry area. So I put these little like shelves with protein powder and that kind of stuff that came with Spa Day. I use a lot of Spa Day in this, by the way. It's pretty much all Spa Day. And I do a front little counter. So granted, it's not going to be functional. The gyms in The Sims 4, they don't have like a functional check-in counter at the front where you can maybe purchase memberships and stuff like that. So I do put the registers, and I put some little like things that your Sims could probably buy, like those maybe massage oils or something like that. And I do put a little sign to make it look like those are for sale, but obviously no one's going to show up to actually work at the register, and there's nothing for sale here. So it's all just for looks. Like most things in this game, at least the way I build, I kind of make a lot of things for looks. Like in my bowling alley that I did in Windenburg, it had a front counter too that's not functional at all, but I like to pretend. So that's what this game is all about in my head. I like to pretend, since I can't always actually create the gameplay for certain objects. But yeah, so I kind of picked a flooring that I was gonna use throughout the entire build, and then I was trying to pick out wallpapers. I kind of worked on things simultaneously, which is usually not my process. More often than not, I'll try to like plop some items down and then pick a flooring, or I'll pick the flooring first and kind of try to work around that. But for this, I honestly I don't know, I just kind of trusted my instincts and I just plopped things down, and at the end of the day, I feel like it worked out. So here is basically the cardio room. I do put the boxing bags, like, yeah, I think that's what they're called, right? Like the boxing bags or whatever they are. I do put those in both the weightlifting room and the cardio room, just because there was no real good place to put them. But I really liked how I separated the cardio and the weightlifting, because not in every gym, like a lot of gyms, a lot of like Planet Fitness locations, everything's just in one giant room, right? Unless there's like a place where they actually host classes and stuff like that. But in my gym in high school, and I don't know why this is what came to mind, but in my gym in high school, like we actually had a full gym, and one of the options that you could choose for gym once you were a sophomore, I think, was literally called personal fitness. And it was just you going to the gym for that half hour or hour block or whatever it was. And now granted, in high school, I definitely just tried to move from room to room to avoid getting caught by my teacher, because I wasn't working out. I would sit on the treadmills and listen to music with some of my hood rat friends. So I never actually worked out, and oh boy, do I wish I had, because it may have set some very healthy habits and what am I trying to say? Like a very healthy lifestyle for me as an adult. Not that I am unhealthy, but I definitely don't go to the gym as much as maybe I should or feel as though I should. Anyway, I used to just like sit on the treadmills, but that was the idea. That was kind of the idea where I got it from, was a separate cardio room and a separate weightlifting room, because that's how they split it up when I had that class in high school. So, and since this was kind of a more upscale gym, I figured those rooms would be separated. Like there would be a complete separation of these spaces so you could really focus it on your workouts, whatever you were looking to do. And then there was that sauna downstairs as well, which I thought was a really nice touch. And I also got to use the fish tank from Spa Day, which I never get to use. So I was really excited about that. And then upstairs is kind of like a little landing area, but it's also just kind of a little hangout area. And I love how I made this kind of an open balcony. At first, it took me a long time to figure out how to do it, honestly, because it has to be kind of like a completely sealed off room for you to remove the floor. Sometimes it works for me and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I just can't figure it out, to be totally honest. So I'm really glad that I figured it out here. And these are the two bathrooms. So the bathrooms, there's actually a section for like toilets on the left-hand side, which is for any sim of any gender. And then on the right-hand side is the showers. So I did separate those areas because I couldn't find a good way really to combine them. I guess I could have just removed the wall that actually like legitimately separates them, but I did use the bathroom doors for each stall's entry. So I don't know, it would seem a little awkward if they were put all together. So I did separate them, and now I'm just putting some magazines and some candles and stuff like that on these little coffee tables. This isn't actually a yoga studio, so the yoga magazine isn't exactly fitting. I was thinking of doing a yoga studio, like maybe a yoga studio and a spa combined, or a gym and yoga studio, but actually next door to this build is one that I did not record for my channel, and it's going to be a complete and total surprise for my save file when that is ready. I'm thinking of actually, you know what, for my save, I'm thinking of releasing finished neighborhoods as I'm done with them. I don't know if that's possible, and if it is possible, I don't know how to do it. So I'm going to have to figure that out, but I think I've seen people do that before, where they'll release just a neighborhood portion of a save. So if I can do that, I will 110% do that, because I think that would be really neat. It would give me a sense of accomplishment as well. So anyway, there's a total and complete surprise build over there, but it does include a yoga studio. That's all I will say. And I really liked that build, so I'm excited for you guys to see it. But yeah, now I'm kind of just working on the bathrooms. I created all the separate stalls, just putting in the lights and all that fun stuff. And I did like the separation of space at the end of the day. And then I kind of put these lockers here too, because that was kind of to indicate which area it was. So the lockers are in the shower portion, and then there are sinks in both, even though I don't know what you really use the sink for in the shower space, but whatever. And now I'm kind of working on the little spa area. But as that's going on, can we just talk about more so the speculation of university? There's talk of bicycles, there's dorms, there's 2 colleges so far, there's a bunch of different majors now that will lead into new careers that we do not have. And I cannot explain how excited I am. If this is real, which it seems extraordinarily legitimate right now, there's no reason for me not to believe this at this point. Like, the Xbox store is most likely very reliable, right? So I'm super excited about it. Tell me in the comments what you guys think of all the speculation, what you're most excited for if this is legitimate. We are just waiting on an announcement from the Sims team, right? We're just waiting. EA is probably sitting there being like, they know about it, but we're going to withhold information. And not actually in a maniacal way, even though that laugh definitely was maniacal. I feel like they're getting very excited to release information about this if it is actually coming. So I'm really excited. I may actually do some kind of university college inspired builds in the next couple of days just for funsies, to get myself excited and to kind of share different ideas with you guys. So let me know what you think about that. If I should kind of go down that route, definitely let me know. But now I'm working on the exterior because the interior is done, came together really, really quickly. And the thing with these community lots is I never make them so big that they take up the entire lot. So I have like a backyard in a sense. I have like a backyard to work on, and I never know what to put in those spots because I can't just leave them empty. It looks so awkward, right? So I was like, wait a minute, it's a gym. they could have a pool, there could be a basketball court, there could even be the rock climbing wall, which I honest to God didn't think about until the build was done. But I do make a pool and a basketball court back here, and they're both reasonably small because when I really started looking at it, this wasn't that big of a space. Especially, it didn't feel as big as it did in the lot next door that I worked on. That seemed really big and I had no idea what to do with it, but this actually came together really nicely. So there is kind of this little basketball court here where your Sims can actually go out and have some hoops competitions and whatnot. And then the pool is really small, but I thought it was more so a place to relax. Like, it's not, you know, an Olympic size pool for your Sims to do laps and really hone in on skills there. It really is more for relaxation. So maybe after a tough workout, take a quick shower or something, or you just dive right into the pool. I don't know. Whatever works for you. It seemed like a nice way to kind of like unwind, relax, and chill out after a tough workout. And it really just is kind of a relaxing atmosphere that I really, really enjoyed. So yeah, I hope you guys like this quick build. It was only like 10 minutes, maybe 13 minutes total for the video, but let me know what you guys think of all of the things I just talked about. Give me more build ideas. Tell me about your day, and I will catch you guys next time I post a video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
You make me nervous. I might be hooked on you. All of the things you said to me, it seems like you like me too. We can take it slow, make sure we do this right. Canceled all my plans to be with you tonight. So just sit with me, talking to the night until the morning, building chemistry. I don't think I ever wanna go come closer next to me. Trying to find another way to say this, but I think we were meant to be. You make me anxious. I might be stuck on you. All of the things you did for me, it seems like you're dropping clues. There's no need to rush, so let's just take our time. Dropping everything